Hello YouTube and welcome back to another game of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. I'm on the wrong screen. Welcome to this next best of 16 series. You might have seen our players in the title or of course in that little sneak peek that I've done right there. We are of course on Dusk Towers and we are playing the first game of this Protoss versus Zerg. It's going to be quite a treat here with Neeb and Hydra. So as per usual, of course, don't forget to leave the video a thumbs up before we start here, and let's jump straight into it. So here we are back. On the bottom left hand side here, we've got ourselves Hydra. Hydra is a very well known player. He is on Root Gaming and he is from Korea. Now his opponent is going to be Neeb, top right hand side here. Play the Protoss. Neeb is Teamless and he is from the United States. Now I have a question for you guys. I hope you can answer it for me. There is a map rotation already, and of course there's probably a lot more recent replays that I could find rather than continuing on with this tournament. I don't want to abandon the tournament altogether, but I do want to know whether you'd like to skip the round of 8 and move on to the round of 4, which would be the semi-finals. Yeah, semi-finals, and then just cast the finals straight after that, or if you do want the round of 8. I mean, the round of 8 will delay any future or more recent replays by probably about 2 weeks, so it's completely up to yourself. If you want, I will skip them. If not, then you know, I can continue to cast the same tournament. I think that the best option is to move on to the round of 4, which is the semi-finals, and then straight to the finals after that. But look, I'll take your opinions because of course you are the viewers and you are the most important thing when it comes to my decision making. Cybernetics Core is down here for Neeb. Now just to note, this Nexus is a little bit late. It's quite late. It's been put down very late into the game. In fact, it was after the gateway, and looks like we got ourselves a double expansion coming out of Hydra. Now the spawning pool was put down very first here, just to note, and it's a bit of a waste because he did not end up rushing with it. In fact, he has pretty much made no attacking units whatsoever so far, which is a little bit of a waste if you ask me. I think that if you start off with a spawning pool first, you probably want to try to do a bit of aggression very early on. But no, he ended up going for the double expansion straight afterwards. And let's see, we got ourselves one adept on the way. Let's see what exactly this is gonna do. Probably not a whole lot, but hey, look, one adept can take out 3 drones and that pretty much pays for itself. And let's see what's going to happen here. Queen going to start to attack it. Now Queen would take forever and a half to kill an adept, and nope, cancels that out. So does not want to engage on with the Zerglings around because he could very easily lose that adept. That would be a bit of a waste. And there we go, round 2. Is he going to go for it? No, he did not. Again, deciding to back out of it and not going for that engagement. Metabolic boost is about to complete for the Zerg. Now, Neeb at this point was aware that Hydra did not have it completed, but he's probably going to think, it's probably on the way, but I should definitely be careful. And it was a good choice that he did not stick around, because these Zerglings are now on the way back, and they will catch up to the adept very quickly right now. Let's see, pylon is here. We've got ourselves 2 more gateways being created, and the poor probe getting taken out. Probably was gonna go for an expansion. In fact, I would not be surprised if he sends another one, because he does have the minerals ready. There it is, and this Zergling is gonna spot everything. So he's going to know the exact timing of that, and it's going to kind of give away now to see. Let's see what exactly he responds with. I mean, honestly, Hydra is playing so passive right now, and honestly I don't know if that's going to be playing to his advantage or not, because as you can see here, Neeb is also establishing a very large base. He's gotten himself the 3rd Nexus on the way right now, which means that once he gets the 3 bases rolling, it's going to be very difficult for a Zerg to actually break through that. Zerg has to rely on breaking a Protoss a lot earlier, otherwise it becomes twice as hard to break through, just simply because Protoss units in the mid game are very, very difficult to deal with. And here we go, the Oracle picking off a few units here, just 2 so far. Nothing major. In fact, I didn't actually see that Oracle being made. I thought it was only a Phoenix that came out at the start. But looks like that was not the case. Gonna scoot on away. And Hydra is just droning up like mad right now. I mean, look at that. He's gotten himself 11 drone lead already. So he's really, really working on that economy. Hydra is then also on the way. This is probably just in case he's going to see a bunch of air units, which he is indeed. As you can see here, 3 Phoenixes are in the air. And this poor Overseer is going to get taken out pretty much immediately. Let's see, there is the fort expansion, or is the fort base rather, coming out for Hydra. So as I said, he is going for that expansion, or that economy right now. He's gotten himself Hydras on the way as well, so obviously he wants to deal with these Phoenixes before they get too many. Phoenixes are very, very efficient when there's a lot of them, because they can pick off units extremely fast. And of course they're very difficult to deal with as well, because they are faster than Mutalisks. So 5 at the moment. Doesn't seem to be creating any more. And let's see, status ward has been put down here. Now this can pick off quite a lot of units and can turn the tide of a battle. I've seen some really interesting engagements where status wards were involved, where for example a bunch of tanks were put down on a status ward in one game, I remember, and boy did that turn the battle around. I mean, imagine 4 or 5 tanks. That's pretty much all of your tank army just getting frozen all of a sudden, and your Marines just have no backup from behind. And this is the scary point that I was talking about earlier. Robotics facility pumping out 2 Immortals at a time. So difficult to deal with for the Zerg. Now I think that Hydra is responding correctly here. He's getting himself more and more economy. He's currently at 4 bases. He is going to have this saturated very, very soon. I mean, as soon as this starts to mine out, he's going to do a full transfer and get a few drones mining in that side. For now, just a Spore Crawler just to fend off against these Phoenixes, which of course are very, very pesky. As you can see, just pick up 1 drone and just straight away just kill it and fly away. And here we go again, just picking off Zerglings in this time. Actually, I wonder, is that autocast or something? Because Zerglings are not the best units to be... Oh, sorry, no, my mistake. It's not Zerglings. It's just that drones look like Zerglings when they be picked up. There we go. 6 already so far. So these Phoenixes doing a really good job at the moment. I mean, look at this. 6, 9, 13. Just don't reshuffle. 15 and 19 units in total killed off by these 5 Phoenixes. That is really good value for money. I like the creep spread as well. He's doing really well. I mean, he's halfway across the map already, and he is not slowing down whatsoever. Got himself 1 extra Zergling here. Now this Zergling is here just to spot out what's going on. And this is interesting now. He's going to get intercepted here by these Protoss units. If he engages onto it, he will be absolutely decimated. I mean, Neeb has a big army, 2 Archons mixed in as well. Now, Archons super difficult to deal with when you've got Zerglings, because of course the splash damage. Let's see what we've got here. Now, I think the Hydra is a little bit overdroned at the moment. He's got himself a Greater Spire on the way. Now, I think he's going to go for Broodlords. Now, Broodlords this is a very early time for Broodlords. He's gotten himself 2 Corruptors. He's gotten himself a Yoink as well, just a note. And here we go, the engagement. There are indeed lurkers in the field. I think this is going to be really good for Neeb right now. I mean, look at this. He's gotten himself the Archons in the front, the Zealots as well, just absorbing so much damage. And these Hydras are just going to be in a lot of trouble right now. There's Broodlords on the way. Once these Broodlords pop up, this is going to be so good. But the Phoenixes are going to be freely attacking them. There's nothing really that can actually... Oh, never mind. They can be taken out. There's a bunch of Queens in the air. That makes loads of sense. And here we go. Hydra bringing out those Broodlords just in the nick of time. Boy, that looked really bad for him at the start, but this kind of turned around. It's looking really good right now. Went from disaster all the way to hell no, I'm about to win this game right now because you've got nothing to deal with them. He's bringing up right now 2 extra Stargates and also the Fleet Beacon, so gonna possibly see Tempest coming out soon. Oh, these Queens are super slow off creep. This Archon is very quickly getting dropped right now. No more Archons, and these Immortals also getting surrounded right now. Gonna probably want to bring these Hydras back. It's not like these Immortals can run away since this kind of is a dead end. What we got here? This looks like a Zealot drop, is it? Yes, it is indeed. Bunch of Zealots. I've seen this do so much damage in the past. I mean, they might even snipe that off. That's a freaking Hive. Is he going to snipe off the Hive? Oh, that is going to be bad. Nope, decides to back off from the Hive. He's cleaned off a few of these Hydras. I think that he should have focused on the Hive. Uh-oh. He's just going to get kite around right now. So, honestly, I think, again, the Hive was probably a better choice. He would have probably picked it off just barely. And if not, then round 2 would have definitely taken it out. Got ourselves, what, 6 total Broodlords. 4th and 5th base just getting established at the moment. The transfer here means that the base is saturated very, very quickly. And just to note, there's a 4th base up and running for Neeb as well. This has been up for quite some time already. There was a Zergling run by, it looks like. Not quite doing a whole lot of damage to it, though. And there we go, the Tempests are up. There's 3 of them. Level 3 ranged Zerg ground units weapons is about to complete as well. So these Hydralisks gonna be super strong, but Tempests have crazy range. Yoink, is the Yoink gonna get one? Yes, it is indeed. Yoinks one of these Tempests, and that's one of them taken out. Now this last remaining Viper is not gonna have this Viper is not going to have any more energy to pick those off, so going to be difficult to deal with them since they have such long range. But this Nexus is going to get taken out, and that is pretty good for Hydra right now. I do love to see this amount of tech. I mean, we've got ourselves tier 3 units on both sides. Broodlords, Viper, Tempest, everything is looking great right now. So much technology on the field, and looks like these Queens also using transfuses onto the Broodlords. Managing to pick off one of the Tempests. That's a bit of a mistake from me, but of course the Hydralisks are faster than the Tempest, so when they're chasing them down, all the Tempest can really do is run. Let's see. Oh no, there's also Corruptors in the air. There's a total of 6 of them here. They will be able to deal with those Tempests very easily. Unless, of course, they get killed off from the ground, but that is not likely to happen. And I think that this is looking pretty good for Hydra right now. I mean, the army supply is about 30 ahead, so he's doing really good in that kind of numbers. In fact, he's got more worker supply as well, and about 60 total supply ahead. So I think that he's actually probably going to take this game. I mean, he's got 5 bases versus 3. This base is not fully established yet, so I think he's in quite a good looking position right now. These Broodlords in the back are just so difficult to deal with, and it looks like rushing them at the very beginning did end up paying off. I was thinking that, you know, obviously you have to sacrifice a lot of early units to bring out such high tech, but he brought them out at the perfect time. There was absolutely nothing to respond for Neeb at the time to these Broodlords, and I think that Neeb just was not expecting, or even he was not even prepared to he wasn't even starting to think of that, because he did have to bring those up the Fleet Beacon from scratch, and unfortunately a little bit too late at that point. And there we go, GG has been called. Hydra takes game number 1 from this best of 5 series. Hope you've enjoyed this game. Let's jump to our switch screen. And that is pretty much that. Of course, don't forget to leave the video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys in game number 2. Take care.